Hi guys, welcome to my podcast. My name is Nicole and I am the brains and the beauty behind Yarncraft by Nicole. First of all, I want to say happy fall. I am so excited that we are entering in this new season with a little bit cooler temperatures, beautiful changes to the leaves here in Michigan, and I'm really pumped about that. So to celebrate the first day of fall, because this has been the day that it has been cool enough for me to wear this sweater since I've made it here, I am wearing my Confetti DK pullover. This is from the designer Nomad stitches, and it uses one of my favorite stitches, which is the linen stitch, and it fades from one color to the next. And y'all know me, I used tons of colors. I actually started with this kind of a speckly orange as my cornerstone, or like the color I wanted all the other ones to vibe with. And then I actually found the dark blue, the solid orange, and this kind of lemon lime color all at the clearance rack of my local yarn store. And so I just built the sweater around that, and I absolutely love it. And I'm so happy to wear it for the first day of fall. So that is my featured make today. It's the Confetti DK pullover. There's I also made mine like just a smidge cropped and with 3/4 sleeves, because I figured I could wear it longer throughout the year as more of a transitional piece instead of making long sleeves. And I kind of like the way that it flatters my shape at this length, but you could also make it full long sleeve. I've seen some short sleeve versions as well. So if you want to see other versions of this sweater, you can check out the Confetti DK pullover hashtag on Instagram, and there's a ton of really pretty ones on there. So I think I'm going to start with finished objects, and I only have one, but I finished it this morning actually when me and my husband were watching She-Hulk. So it is the Tunisian baby blanket that I've been working on. I kind of got on a roll with it and didn't want to put it down, and I absolutely love it. So it transitions from white to tan to green to brown, and then back to white. And then all of this is Tunisian simple stitch. I did 2 tones where one color goes into the next. And then I just did a simple, I'll hold it up so you can see it a little bit better if the lighting wants to cooperate with me. 2 rows of just single crochet around the outside, and then a crab stitch around the edge. And I really like it. I'm very pleased with the way it came out. I do still need to block it because it is curling up a decent amount at the top and at the bottom. But it's just got such a lovely drape, and I love it. And I really now want to make us one as a throw blanket, which could happen. We'll see. Excuse me. But I am very pleased with this. I'm very happy with the way it came out. And it will go on the blocking mats probably either tonight or tomorrow. This is all acrylic yarn, so I haven't decided if I want to block it by just steam blocking it or if I want to wet block it, meaning getting the whole project wet before stretching it out. I feel like wet blocking it would probably help the curling more, and then it could also smell really nice with some of the wool soak that I have. So leaning towards wet blocking it, and it doesn't need to be gifted at any point like super close. The person who this is for is not due until November, so I still have a little bit of time. So now I get to show you my whips, my current works in progress. The last time that we talked, last week, I had most of this done. This is the back panel for my Catalina cardigan, and I'm really a big fan of it. I like the way that it's working out. I feel like now that the back panel is done, I keep telling myself, oh, you're almost done with it. You got the hard part out of the way, but I am not almost done with it, and I really need to do a lot of work on it this weekend. I did finish one of the front panels, which is going to get attached. I don't think it matters really if this is a right side panel or a left side panel, but I'll show it to you like this. And I'm really curious to see how the pockets are going to come together, because when you make the front panels, you leave, you do like some chains in one particular row to leave room for the pocket, and then you make the pocket separately and then sew it in on the inside. So instead of just having a pocket that lays on the front of the garment, this one actually will go like into the garment with a loose pocket in there, and I've never done one of those before. So I'm happy about that. I have one front panel done, and then I started the second front panel last night. So I should have started this a little bit earlier than I did. I got a little over ambitious with all of the pattern testing that I was doing, as well as just not anticipating what my work schedule was going to be like this fall. And the thing that's kind of working against me right now is that even though this is a beautiful stitch pattern with herringbone half double crochet, it's a lot of the same thing. It's pretty tedious, which is why I finished the Tunisian blanket, because I would kind of waffle between the two when I needed a little bit of a break in the monotony, especially once like the ribbing is done. It's like all herringbone half double crochet, and I'm not doing anything fun like adding in stripes throughout. The bottom has obviously is a different color, and then the top is going to have a little bit of a color there, and then the sleeves are going to have a little bit of striping, but I need to I need to buckle down and do a lot of crochet over the weekend. I have, as always, whenever I'm on a project that seems a little bit monotonous or tedious, like that's when all of the ideas come into my head for other projects, and I can't start anything else until I finish that. I say that there might be one thing that I start while I'm still working on that, but I shouldn't do it. I need to be a little bit more monogamous with my projects. Let me know how you craft below. Do you like having a lot of different whips going on at once, or do you like sticking with one at a time? Most of the time I like having at least 3 things that I'm bouncing between, but when I'm actually just focused on one project at a time, I can get a lot of work done quickly. So let me know what you do down in the comments below. So I did start another project that is kind of a way to break up the tedious stitches of the Catalina cardigan, and it's going to be gorgeous. I'm not dissing the pattern or anything like that. I picked it because I wanted a cardigan that I could throw over anything and everything and have it go with lots of different things and feel very fall. So I'm very pleased with the way that it's coming up. I am just a little bit distractible. So if you remember last week, after I got to see Tony from TL Yarn Crafts at Have You Any Wool in Detroit, I picked up some delightful little minis. Try and get them all to coordinate so that you don't see a bunch of tags and you just see the skeins themselves. But I bought a bunch of these really cute minis from Blue Sky Fibers. And I thought that I would either do a granny stitch table runner or actually do granny stitch or granny squares for that. And so I started playing with these, and I like these hanks because they have a pretty low yardage. So these only have 12 yards in them. They're very small, but they work up perfectly into granny squares that are exactly like three rounds deep, and then I'm doing a single crochet round at the end. And I love this. Like after I've done, I don't know, maybe 5 rows or 10 rows on the other one, I'll just stop and do a granny square real quick and then jump right back into it. Excuse me. So far I have done 4, and they're just so cute. These are just so fall. I also bought a dark, I think it's called Midnight Sea. Yes, I love all of the names of these yarns. Like this golden color is called Ember Glow, and then the blue is called Spring Ice. I think the orange is called Rusted Roof. Yep, Rusted Roof. And then this red is called Red Rock. And there's also kind of like this darker bluey gray, an actual gray that's called Morning Frost. The blue one is called Loon Lake. And then there's a slightly darker red, more of a burgundy, that's called Cranberry Compote. So those are really cute. Those will be extra colors that come in. So I've got these, again, adorable. And then this is the dark color that I'm either going to like go around each square with it and then just use that to seam them together, or I might do some sort of a joining method where I take the yarn itself and like attach it without having to cut it and do all of the seams. I've never done one like that before, but I know that there are a million tutorials out there, and so I might try that. But this will be like the color that brings them all together, and I chose this one because it is a color that's not in any of the skeins, and so I knew that it would bounce off all of these, but it's really lovely. It is I'll tell you that, it's 100% fine Highland wool, and it just feels like fall. So this is going to be a table runner. I think I've got, let's see, I've got 4 in my hand, and then I've got, it's 10, 15, so 17, 21. Looks like there were 21 total, unless I miscounted. It is possible. Yeah, it looks like 21. So there'll be 21 squares total. And then I might just leave one of them out and just do like 4x5 squares. But I'm really excited about this, and it's just it feels like autumn, a little project. I did a pretty like tablescape picture the other day on my Instagram because my sister, who, if you don't know my sister, she's double A's DIY. I will put her link in the description, or I'll put her website in the description. But she made these adorable little pumpkins that are pentagon shapes, and they look beautiful on the table. And so I bought some from her, and I decorated it with a small little table runner that I have, and it sets it off beautifully. And I think it's going to look even cuter once I start doing the little granny squares. So pretty pumped about that. The next thing that I'm going to show you is some yarn love. And this was yarn that was actually sent to me by Wonderland Yarns. I've worked with them for, I guess this is the second year that I've worked with them, where I'll do some writing for them for different patterns that they release. And then sometimes they will also send me yarn and just say, have fun, make stuff with this. And so I like working with them a lot. And they sent me some of their fall colorways. So I wanted to share this with you. These are part of a combo kit, and I've got like all the specs next to me so I don't miss anything. And in these combo kits, you get 1 full skein, and then you get 5 minis. Look at that. They're so cute. Look at all those happy colors. And this is on their sport weight yarn called Mad Hatter. It's all superwash merino, and I am very happy about these. They sent me these a while ago before the fall colors came out, and I'm pretty sure that these are going to become a shawl. So I'll have this as the main color, and then have either like a cluster stitch or maybe a puff stitch of some kind that has the individual colors. And I think that's going to be super cute. I love the way that Wonderland dyes their yarns because they're always very well saturated. Like I can see colors, like especially this particular magenta, like I see this and I'm like, oh yeah, I know that's a Wonderland color. But even like this really pretty teal or some of these other colors, I'm just really vibing with. And the main color is a variegated gray, so it's kind of tonal, but then it has little specks of blue and purple, and like just the smallest little hints of pink and green, so it's going to pull these out really well. I'm not allowed to start designing this until I finish that cardigan, but I am really pumped about what that is going to become. So that's all I got for you this week. If you haven't already, if you're enjoying these videos, hit that subscribe button, and if you like this video, give me a like so I know that this is something you want to see more of. And I'll end with what I can't let go of. And what I can't let go of this week is that this year, even though it feels like it's already been jammed packed, it's just flying by. Like it is hard for me to wrap my head around the fact that we are already almost into October, and this is going to be our last year here in Michigan. So this is my last Michigan fall and my last Michigan winter, and I'm just amazed by how fast it is flying by. I hope that you are having a great week and that you get to do something that makes you happy this weekend. I'll talk to you next week. Bye guys.